Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. You don't know it's the one and only SAE. Bless upon yourself. Some people, we're here to zoom in on what Darren Sammy had to say. He basically saying that he's not promising any big promises for the test team. You understand? Because he don't want to come and say, hey, I'm gonna make this test team into a big world championship test squad. But at the end of the day, when he take over the team, falter. So he's saying that he's not making big expectation because you have to be realistic and understand that the job that he has been given, is not an easy job. You understand? So he's gonna need everybody's support. You understand? And it's fair to say he can't promise you that he's gonna turn water or stone into gold. He can't promise you that, guys. So we have to be realistic and understand that the situation that the West Indies test team is in. Don't expect that you're gonna get positive result immediately. If we get it, we're thankful, but don't expect we're gonna get it immediately. You understand? So article, guys, and we're newly installed West Indies test team head coach Darren Sammy said his approach to improving the red ball squad will be data driven, and he said team expectation must be realistic. You understand? So, Sammy, who is the current West Indies white ball coach, will officially take over the test team duties from Andre Coley on April 1st, right? But has already begun plotting how to get better outcomes in the next World Test Championship cycle, right? However, he said that at the moment, West Indies are not in a very good position, and he aims to change that. Sammy emphasized the importance of understanding the team's current standing in world cricket and using analytics of the best teams in the formats to bring out improvements. You understand? He said tactically adjustment. So I'm gonna give you some pointers now, right? The reality of where we are at is the honest thing we have to accept once we understand that we can channel our efforts into skills development, tactical adjustment, and personal selection. Our personnel selection, Sammy said during a virtual media conference yesterday. What I could tell you is that we have started the research and analytical part of the game with one of the best analytics or analyst no best analyst, yeah, analyst because the YST analyst, in the world, which is Avish Sitaram. I think call it. Used to have a classmate named Sitaram, but Sitaram. Been a while since I heard that name. Sammy said it's a process we started for the ODI and T20 team, and we are going to do the same for the test team. And to be frank, I like the approach that he's taking because he haven't officially taken over the role yet to really say have a sit down conversation with the test team overall. He might have a one conversation with them, yes, but an analytical analysis point of view where you watch the matches that they take part in and you go through it and you watch where their weaknesses, and what the analyst, the man in charge, really come up with some plans, for a certain players, because we know different players gonna have different plans. You understand? So you're not gonna plan B might not work for plan A, plan C. You understand? So every player have to have a strict routine that they go do about their business because everybody is not the same. I understand. He added, we will do everything that is aligned with the data that is collected from regional first class cricket and what we have been doing over the last 3 to 4 years. So I'm pretty sure we are going to have a plan. And the most important thing is how we execute that plan in the next 3 years while I'm here. So yes, I think he has signed a 3 to 4 year contract with West Indies, so that's the reason why he said that. Asked about his goals for the World Test Championship and the possibility of staving off demotion to the second tier test playing team if the ICC decides to go the route in the future. Sammy said he will not promise anything that he does not believe is attainable. All right. He said, I'm planning and putting goals and a long term plan. We have to be realistic, Sammy said. We we have looked at the top four teams in the world, right? Regional competition in their territories and what they do at the international level, and we try to mirror it with what we do, regionally here in our 4-day competition, and with the test team, we have collected all the data, right? Improvement in certain areas. You understand? As I mentioned earlier, guys, improvement and certain stuff have to go in place. Certain players have different routine plans in order to better them. You know, so it's really good that he already have a plan, and he already know the goal is set and know what he want to achieve. So he's just telling you guys that don't expect that he's gonna turn water into wine like Jesus. You continue. Once we do that, we now could see where we could match the world in certain areas and other areas where we can improve, and that could be through technically or personal aspect, and we will give it very good consideration. Sammy added, then we will set our goals from there, whether it is finishing in the top 5 or move our rankings from number 8 to 9 to 7 to 6, and do it gradually. But I am not going to promise anybody something that I don't think is feasible. The reality of where we are at in the world test cricket is important, and we are not in a very good position, right? And that is the truth. What I promise is that whatever we will do, we will we whatever we do, we will be data driven. It will be based on research and data analysis. Sammy's first assignment as test coach will be the 3-match home series against Australia in the Caribbean, which will be played in June and July in Barbados, Grenada, and Jamaica, right? The two sides squared off in Australia last year, with the West Indies earning a famous 8-run victory. You understand? In Brisbane to draw the test 1-1. You understand? As you know, Shamar Joseph was a huge breakout star that back then, you understand. So, fast bowler Shamar Joseph was the breakout star of that win, taking 6 wicket for 68 runs in the second innings to seal the result. He missed the recent tour to Pakistan through injury, but Sammy is hopeful the Guyanese player will be ready to return to the international side soon after getting encouraging reports out of Guyana recently. He said, I had conversation with Shamar on Friday about his rehab and journey back. Also, I get weekly updates from the talent ID, who is head of the Guyana franchise. He sends me videos of all Shamar and training sessions, Sammy disclosed, right? As we all know, there's a system in place, scouting, so, improvement are being made in West Indies cricket. At one time, he was bowling full pace and injury free. We are monitoring it. We all know how exciting that win against Australia was, and our next test series against them is coming up. So we understand the importance of him in the bowling lineup, and we are doing everything to make sure he is ready and back on the circuit, for West Indies, Sammy said. So that's basically what Sammy had to say, guys, as regards to his future plans of West Indies test team. Leave your honest thoughts down below. Bless up on yourself, alright?